My name is Brittany Sunshine. This is Seed Soil Water, and you are welcome here. So, I just wanted to pull some more confirmation cards to go with this message, and of course, the dragonfly came out, which we know would be found in a beautiful garden, especially if there's water nearby, which it looks like there is here. That's water down at the bottom. And then, how interesting. So, in that little poem, it talked about the Mother Earth and the Father Sun. And here the card came out Mother Wound. Ooh, and I'm getting like crown chills on this. And the next thing was Firm Up Your Foundation. So those three cards came out in reference to this. And what I'm hearing is just how important it is for us to heal whatever slice of earth we have access to. And to realize also how much the Mother Earth can balance us, and that we must have a firm foundation. And I'm seeing this as like spiritually as well as physically, of course physically, but spiritually, as we have a firm foundation, it aligns us with how to care for the earth properly and how to not poison it with man-made things that are not good for it. I'm going to read a little bit more on this, and I invite you to just close your eyes if you can and picture whatever comes to mind as I read this. You have been granted entry into sacred space, a mirab, a sanctuary for worship. When the soul is well acquainted with love, life becomes a temple of love, the sacred space in which the soul can grow powerful through expansive worship of love. You are being invited by your spiritual brother, Rumi, to enter into life, to commit to coming alive, even if at times this feels deeply challenging. Sometimes a part of you may rather stay locked in an illusion of security for a time, perhaps expressed through the preference for what is known over what is unknown, what is familiar and comfortable compared to that which is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. What's coming to mind right here is, for example, 222 as I looked up, being out in nature. Some people have been so acclimated to being inside man-made structures that being outside is foreign and almost scary. 234. Have you ever been backpacking on a trail that's completely pitch black and like there's no lights, there's no city sounds, there's no cell phone service, it's just black stillness? That is where we come from, and yet it can be so uncomfortable. And this is what it's talking about here, that sometimes we have a preference for what is known over what is unknown, what's familiar and comfortable compared to that which is unfamiliar or uncomfortable. And I believe that our souls get a special recharge when we actually go into that unfamiliar nature. And this is not unfamiliar for everybody, of course. Some people love going outside and they don't mind being in the forest at night. But for a lot of us, it's like uncomfortable because we're so used to city lights. We're so used to being inside. And I just think it's such an important thing to heal that mother wound, that Mother Earth wound, by re-engaging with nature. Let's see what else it says. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is a natural part of growth. To tussle with the parts of us that would deny aliveness is a natural part of growth. It can seem so risky with such potential for heartache. And yet, what could be more heart-wrenching than the slow death of a precious human soul suffocated by fear and inertia? That is the greatest risk of never really and fully being born into this world of wonders. Wow. So let us be one another's midwives, there to ensure full spiritual birth. We are all standing at the threshold with you now. You are being asked to cross this threshold from the life that you have been living into the aliveness that is flickering and glowing at your feet. It is love's wild, hot embers at your sacred feet. They will erupt at any moment into a holy inferno, taking hold of you and igniting you from within, transforming you into living fire. Wow, what a beautiful message. Segue, if you are not signed up for the weekly workshops, this is literally what we're going to be doing. We're going to be sampling modalities of how to go in full pursuit of your divine identity, lay hold of all that is available in the wondrous finished work that is here now, and to align with that truest version of yourself, where you are actually living a daily life that just sets your soul on fire because you're in lockstep with your divine purpose, fully in the spirit. And it is, it's a process. It's a process to lay hold of this. And there's some shedding of things. There's some mourning of loss. There's some breaking away. There's some cutting of cords. There's some learning how to lay hold of it. There's some universal principles that we got to learn. So anyway, we're going to be doing all of this in the weekly workshops. I hope you sign up and show up, and we'll see you there. Be blessed, be well, be free.